My hair is still a mess. Welcome to Fantasy XII. It will autosave, which is always a good thing. On to Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age specifically. The reasoning, that actually is a bad reason. I like the idea of having a good quality of a looking game. The PS2 version, I've got it right here. I've got it right here. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. But as I've learnt from previous things, that the quality tends to be a little bit on the shiter side. So why not use a more higher quality version? If it ends up being shit, comparatively, then that's on my end, and I am bad at things. But anyway, starting a new game. Because this is the CF stream profile, so there is no save data. Regardless, I bought this very recently thanks to the Steam... Not Steam sale, I'm playing on Switch. Thanks to Square Enix having a sale. Hooray! They were having a sale. Oh, no. Subtitles, yes. That should be fine. That will stay on ×2 if I ever speed things up. You can go original. Or OST for that, if you really decide to. I think for the purposes of everything, we'll turn music down a little bit. Sound effects a little bit as well. Voice will stay the same. Nice to be able to do this stuff at the start instead of you go through a whole bunch of cutscenes, it's like 2 hours later and you're finally like, finally, I can put the subtitles on! Ah! Because some games aren't like that. Very annoying. Of course, some Fantasy XIV fans will already be well aware of this sort of area because it does actually for some reason exist in Eorzea somehow. I don't know, I've never done that content, so don't look at me on that one. Webinaster. And viewers, yeah. It's a joyous time to be had in this area. Oh, lovely.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Father on.
It's always nice to see a wedding go well. Wrestling has taught me to never expect them to go well. And also media as a whole, actually. Like, usually if a wedding's involved in a plot, it's usually because something bad is about to happen.
Launch an attack by both land and air. Our kingdom will stand little.
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible.
My father?
Not that place, out of all places.
I'm sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca.
So no one war has occurred.
Halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
I forget how long this is actually. Chocobos are always adorable, no matter in what game they're in. I need that magic card actually for getting through.
Galtea, stand watch over your life.
You get the sword in the fancy scabbard, for you must be automatically important by proxy of existing. Some nice stuff. Hooray! Hurrah! As opposed to real life, sending an important person into war is perfectly acceptable. Look how those air things do look like shoes actually. And the Dalmasca-Nabradia border had now been a fortress. People wearing full armor versus people wearing not full armor. I wonder what could possibly occur. Those people on chocoboats being smart, if they've got counters, they'll have double strike. Even though the Chocobo Knight's card is a 510 deck card, well, that's because 12 didn't a 12 Precon would work, I'm just saying, Wizards and Hasbro and all that, I'm just saying, like, 12 could have worked as Precon. I mean, in order to include Ash and 12 Field, fine, you'd have to make it red, green, white, which would be the same as the 7 deck, but regardless. And damn it.
The paling's fallen. Then it's over. For my father. For my father! Lord Rasler!
And that's unfortunate. Clearly things could have gone better. Main character design, background design supervisor, Akihiko Yoshida, as we see now being a fortress fall apart at the seams. And story consequences wasn't. And so on and so forth still, but... And so, what was a joyous time quite not that long ago, but as that looks, things have turned into disaster.
Great Father,
Nothing worse than a young couple getting separated that quickly.
there you shall find.
So anyway, let's not talk about Awan. I joke, but well, let's face it, I am thankful my world leader isn't trying to put boots on the ground. Or being involved in any bombings whatsoever. Love him or hate him, Starmer definitely is better than Trump. That you could say any day of the week. Any day that ends in a Y, Starmer is better than Trump. And I am not a Labour voter. I do not like Labour, so...
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the Kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had
That's what
been
happens
set
when someone
adrift
dies.
at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice. Arcadia in the east, Rosalia the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rosla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nabana told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces.
That's also not a good sign.
A counterattack was mounted by the Order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory.
There will always be an
Indeed,
imperial
their
fight.
defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace. Or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Romanos, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, have no choice but to accept
We have not pressed
these
buttons on the
terms.
Switch for a while.
It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce
Treaty of
departed his royal
Subjugation,
city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
Oh no! Memoirs of Halid Mundor IV, Chapter 12, of the Fall of Kingdoms. So, some memoirs, as it were, then.
You there? Can you hear me?
We're awakened into the first-person perspective here.
They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole.
He went unconscious for at least a
Understand?
moment. So, on that being of whole. We're in Nalbina Fortress.
Think you can fight?
Again.
I'm fine, sir.
Fucking hell, everything's taking
How
place in one
old are
place
you,
so far.
Rex?
17, sir.
Not even an adult in
Young.
that fight.
Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanastre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight.
Yeah, he's chosen to be here.
For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Damn it!
Bossel, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
So while Vosla takes a bunch of the men in a different direction, Bosch will handle the doing these guys. Very easy, in fact.
Steady, Rex. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it. We move!
And now, gameplay can begin! Hooray! So yeah, switch. You must always be mindful of your surroundings. Use R to look around. It's a useful way to spot Imperials. Go on, give it a try. So yeah, the game has to tell us how to do things. We control Rex. This is Rex. We can't go into the menus yet, but we can move the map. That we can use the right stick to maneuver our camera around. Use left stick to move Rex. Walk or one with L. Use this depending on your situation. You can walk, yes? Come, stand before me. So yeah, we can walk like this. We can also run by just going full tilt. Whee! Pardon me. Do you see the barcode? Do you see the marker above my head? That's a talk icon. You can talk to any character showing one of these. It's a smiley face. Yeah. To talk to someone, approach them and press A. Try talking to your friend by the gate. Well, I'm not entirely sure if they're a friend or not, but down our skin here we can talk to with the A button. Life is worth too much to throw away, Rex. Do what you can, but don't try to be a hero. Save the hero stories for your brother once back in Rabanastre. Just listen to the captain, and we'll get through this. We'll enter the fortress through this gate. We must go. Trying to see if I can access any other menu. We can pause here, but I go back to the title screen. You know what? I want to spend 10 minutes watching the opening cutscene again. Let's... no. See the marker above your head? That's called an action icon. One of these will appear when you approach a door, switch, an item, or the like. Learn more about what you've found, walk closer and the icon will change. Then press A. Now try opening the gate. This is just a standard tutorialization, we have to go through this. It is time we drive back any Imperials standing between us and the king. The Master's future hangs in the balance. Stay focused on the foes before you, Rex. I will watch rearward. I almost said reward, that would be the wrong word. That would definitely be the wrong word to be using in this situation, but you know. You can open the party menu by pressing X. For the party menu, you can examine your equipment and inventory. Hooray! Never mind that. There's an Imperial! That red line is a hostile target line. Take heed, you're being targeted. No! I always knew I shouldn't have painted it on my back. When a foe targets you, the line is red. When you target a foe, the line is blue. If you see a red line, look for foes at once. If they're not readily apparent, use the right stick to look around. When you found them, press A to open the battle menu. Once you've selected attack and targeted a foe, close distance using L. You automatically attack until your foe is defeated. You can change targets or actions at any time. If your health falls, press A. And select items from the battle menu, then use a potion. Always nice to have potions. After using an item, you'll automatically resume your previous action. There is no need to input your commands again. You can do it, Rex. Show me! So yeah, we go in here, we press attack. We do actually start off with access to cure. Lovely. And access to thunder. Lovely stuff. And we have access to some high potions and some potions, ordinary ones, as it were. But yeah, now this is the first numbered entry after Final Fantasy XI, so if there's anything that sounds similar to an MMO, then we know why. But I think that's hasty. Anyway, we can go to the menu now and see Rex. He has these sorts of stats. And we can look in the action list and see that he doesn't have much to see, doesn't really have anything techniques wise, and remedy law is only on the normal stuff that it tends to be for. I don't think we'll ever encounter anything that will cast Doom. There's when I'll eat my words in 10 hours. Anyway, and we can see in our inventory that we are wielding a mithril sword. And we have a buckler, a leather cap, and leather clothing. Just basic equipment. It is the start of the game after all, and we can config stuff here. So if we want to set the battle speed to more, if we want to change the battle mode from wait to active, if we want to see target lines, and then standard stuff that we were able to go through earlier. For now though, let's just carry on.
Captain?
Well, it's a flying thing. And it's coming right for us! Ah! Welcome to a boss barred enemy. This means we're definitely going to have to do stuff to it. Now this is a good time to see if Thunder does anything. I don't know which one it was, or what number it was, because of all the different attacks. I'm gonna, yeah, no, the 98 is Bosh. So most of us here are shite. Mana Strike deals quite a bit of damage, as you can tell. However, we did just get healed by an ally, so that's useful. And it missed this time. Aha! You know, let's just use Thunder. Now, if we want to speed this up a little bit, we can press the L button. The game has not told us that, but it is something that I do know of. It does speed things up a little bit, as we don't actually have to kill it entirely, just enough. We've done a decent enough job. And now we get to see Bosch do this. Doesn't go first chapter was it? Bosch basically used an S-craft. or little break, or whatever you want to call it. It's just
well fought. My thanks, Antlion. Sunbury disengaging.
Well, they're gone. Whether or not it then blows up without us knowing, doesn't really matter. And oh, the Imperials. Now, how do they fare against the Thunder? We actually do have a limited amount of MP, so me doing this was a little silly, but well. Okay, yeah, it's just Imperials, and we've got a whole bunch of people with us. There we go. Let us maneuver. There is no simple way through the fortress. The mirror at the top right of your screen may not be enough to gain your bearings. Should you use your way, consult your location map with the minus button. This will bring up the map of the fortress it gave you before we set out. If you still find yourself at a loss, pressing down on the left analog stick will allow you to view the location map as you move. Navigate your way through as you see fit. Yep, so we do have access to now being a fortress. What a lovely straight line we've got with a few things here. Shades of the future with Final Fantasy XIII. Nah, I joke, obviously. We can also do that and see it like this, so it's like, ah. Either way works, obviously, at the end of the day. There's not really much deviation that can occur.
Where are you?
What if Captain Ozilus has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king.
There was quite a lot of death that was occurring earlier,
Is
though.
His Majesty
but
unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty?
Wait.
And worst case scenario could occur.
Quickly, Rex.
So anyway, even though we're meant to be quick, we can actually take a detour and go around and be like, huh, wow, nothing. So lovely when nothing occurs. Anyway, let's do. There are several enemy soldiers beyond this point. However, Wax, there is no need to destroy them all. Sometimes it's necessary to escape. The Sedar command can allow you to abandon the fight with an enemy, pardon me, and run away. Escaping from pointless battle is nothing to be ashamed about. So yeah, instead of fighting these enemies here, we can just do. Finally, a save crystal. This is a save crystal, Wax. You can save your progress by approaching a save crystal and pressing A. Touching on one of these will also fully restore your health and mana. Though you will gradually recover MP as you move about, it can take time. Do not miss the opportunity to refresh yourself and your allies. There is more I would tell you, but we've no time. Heed the lessons of the battlefield and you will do well. Come, we must reach His Majesty before it's too late. This is a good moment to be able to save. 20 minutes? Oh, god damn. Oh, well, then again, we're tutorializing stuff still, so we had to go for the first cutscene, so.
Intruders! Don't let them escape!
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Fight well.
Yeah, it's just 3 Imperials. And we can get Thunder, which should be effective. Okay, yeah, that wasn't too bad. Oh, actually, I probably want to take out the first swordsman while he's still here. But yeah, they'll just attack. We will just attack. If we need to heal, we can. I love fighting on stairs. It's so fun. There we go. With them soundly defeated, let us be off. Don't worry, my liege, I'm here to save you. Unfortunately, for Wax, he sees quite a lot of people dead. Quite a lot of people, actually. Both Damascan and Imperial, actually. Because that's what happens in fighting. Tends to get people killed. And oh dear.
Your Majesty.
So we were too late. And damn it, bot.
Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Damascus to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent.
Hello!
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
And so Botch has ruined it all. Bravo. You bleeding idiot. And Rex is just bleeding out on the ground. Things definitely could have gone a lot better. A lot more better. Like obviously, like best case scenario, we save the day and all that, and the game's over, and we can go and eat lunch or something.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside. The Arcadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanasta. Dalmasca's doom had been decided.
Yep.
To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I, to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace.
Well, I mean, he's a king. He was a king,
Princess
so...
Ash, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life. Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Raminas, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death. They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin.
So people who we didn't see get murdered horribly at that point, like Vossler, will probably just be running around, you know, trying to stop this thing, but it doesn't really matter too much at the moment. Damascus surrendered, Rabanasca is now Imperial controlled, blah 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 blah. We cut now to a waterway. Thankfully there's not two big huge fuck off wolves using defense lowering skills on me. But we do see
Vaughn! Hurry it up, they'll find us.
Rex did say the name of very briefly before bleeding out, so you know.
You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites.
Wow.
1, 2, 3 more. All right. Time to clean
I've been looking
house.
for black cards for magic deck purposes, but we're now playing as Fawn. It's almost like as if he's the protagonist of the game or something. It's a game from 2006. Well, then again, I've learned recently that just because someone has heard of or is even dabbled with a bit of a series doesn't mean that they have played all of the old entries. I've learned that quite recently, and so while it definitely is 100% not a spoiler, me sucking at video games, definitely I have to keep my mouth shut at times, which is actually a little annoying. I've basically always spoiled part of this game's plot because I've mentioned some magic cards.
Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Hey, it's good practice for the
because
desert.
Farm will definitely be able to take out big stuff, just because he managed to stab a couple of rats to death.
That's enough for today. You should get back to Miguel's place, Kites. Aren't you running errands for him?
Oops. Totally
Procrastination. It gets us all at some point.
You should come, Vaughn. He's busy today. Might have some work for you to do, too.
I've got other, work to do.
Ah, yes.
Hey, lock this place up for me, will you? If Miguel finds out we've been down here, he'll tan our hides.
Where? That's it. Selling fawn hides. Get your fawn hides here. That'd be a funny bad ending, but still. Welcome to the royal city of Rabanasta. As you can see, very much a desert-y city. It's year 706 old Phalandian. 2 years after the fall of Dalmasca. So, It's been 2 years since Bosk ruined everything.
What'd you say? Sir, you haven't paid, and what? Haven't paid?
How British of the Imperial there, the way he looks. He probably doesn't have good dental plan.
We don't want trouble today.
Using words like
your luck, peddler.
Square Enix have always loved the British for that reason.
Sorry.
Watch where you're going, churl.
What? My pouch! It's gone!
That filthy street rat! How dare he!
Get out the way!
Damn it! A slightly big lizard thing! We can't catch the boy now! Rah! He'll rue the day he messed with us! Eventually, maybe, hopefully, who knows. Anyways, cut to a bridge Vaughn has successfully evaded capture.
What?
Never mind.
Hey, that's mine.
What do you mean, yours? You've been stealing
it's
again.
Vaughn's, definitely.
What happens if they catch you? We need you to be there for us, Vaughn.
Get the book thrown out?
You're no good to anyone if you're locked away in a dungeon.
Oh, what? Am I the leader now? We're orphans. The first thing you learn is you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Pinello. You know it as well as I do.
Pinello is the one going through that bag.
What do you think you're doing?
I thought that this money was the people of Dalmasca's property. The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair that we take it back. It's our duty as Dalmascans.
Sensible logic.
Well, wasn't that what you said?
Yeah, but I never said anything about taking it back from me.
Shoes on the other foot now, Vaughn.
This is for that bread you took the other day.
Oh god, I blame Trails. I'm going to pronounce it, but I might be pronouncing his name wrong. And it's Trails' fault because Daybreak exists. I need to get around to finishing the Weathery playthrough at some point. I need to draw a good thumbnail though, because I can't do the whole hey guys I've got to draw C's identity because A, bad at drawing, B, that's a big spoiler, but still.
One of these days, I'll fly an airship of my own.
Nah, like that will ever happen.
I'll be a sky pirate, free to go where I will.
There is a DS game. I have no idea what the fuck it goes on in that.
Well, be careful.
Maybe he finally does
You'll
get to
never
ride
fly anything after
an
rotting in a
airship.
dungeon.
Nah, well. No, like he'll ever end up in a dungeon.
Miguelo had some errands that need doing. He wanted you to drop by his place. It might be a good idea to lend a hand.
Great. First Kites, now Pinello, both being like, oh, you should help Miguelo out. And it's just like, no, do we have to? Welcome to the map of Rabanasta. Your location map often bears a mark showing your destination. Consult the map when you are unaware of where to go next. Because it's good to know where you're going. We also have access to, on the menu, the world map. It lets us view places we've previously visited, and it does actually account for Nalbina Fortress. Obviously, we're not going there at the moment, that's for damn sure. And we can go into the equipment menu and just double check that there is nothing changing, but we do start off with no accessories, leather clothing and leather cap, just basic light armor, nothing in the offhand, and a simple dagger. So yeah, the current stats of Vaughn, it's 2 A's. Why 2 A's? Well, I mean, being a full transit. Anyway, and there's nothing else we can really do from within here. But yeah, definitely. As we can see, a whole bunch of places that we'll be able to go to later. A bunch of stores are around, but at this very second, there's no point going to them. We don't actually, hang on, do we have any money? We have 150 gil. We don't really have much money yet. So might as well just go to Miguelo's. Actually, we can even see that all the symbols there are red, suggesting that they're locked and we can't go in them. Meanwhile, Miguelo's place has green, which does suggest that we can go in there.
Ah, Vaughn, I was waiting.
Pinello said you needed something?
Had me some packages supposed to be arriving by courier. In the morning, perhaps he ran into some trouble out in the desert.
Well, it is a desert.
Now I've no food
but there was a river in the desert.
tonight.
So you want me to find this courier?
I can never do a CFLive playthrough. I've played it too much.
The desert teams with trouble. I'd be sending you to early grave, my boy.
Well, we are only level 1 and we've yet to unlock the license boards.
From Tomage over at the Sandsea.
So, you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Actually, I asked Kites to do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me, too.
Damn it, Kites.
I can't leave my shop and I've Pinello on another chore at the moment, you see. What I want you to do is run over to the Sand Sea and fetch Kites back. What do you say?
Sounds wild.
Fair's fair.
It's easy work, and you'll thank me for it someday.
And so we get given a very simple objective. Go to a tavern. Mainly just to tell Kites to get off his ass and actually do his job. Anyway, well... some of the stores are now open. There's still really no point going in there. We only have 150 gil. That's not going to get us much. Maybe like a potion or two. Actually, that's a good point. What do we have inventory-wise? We have... Oh, we have access to still immediately. I thought about that. And 5 potions. Hooray! So yeah, we can heal ourselves 5 times, and then we'll be screwed. Welcome to the Sand Sea. Kites is just over there, staring at a board.
There you are, Kites. Stop loafing around.
Look, Vaughn, look! This is it! This is why Miguelo's courier didn't get here on time.
A creature spotted in the Ester Sand.
It's a tomato.
Ah, Vaughn. Miguelo sent you too, did he? He's a busy man these days, that Miguelo, if I dare say so myself. I don't envy him the work, though. Not a bit. Quite the affair throwing a banquet to welcome the Imperials, eh?
Welcoming? We should be... whatever.
Eh.
Say it to
The scent I hear there, Vaughn.
Nah, don't remind me. Got some nastiness out there in the Ester Sand. What's stopping our couriers?
Damn it.
And that means shortages all around. Thought I'd put up a bill, offer a reward to anyone who can knock that nasty back in its place.
Fair.
Now that's work. Sounds 10 times better than running errands for Miguelo.
That's right. Vaughn, you should give it a shot.
And you should be getting back to Miguelo. Now, Kites. He was waiting for you.
Oh, right.
Well, that's Vaughn's job done. So about this tomato being thing. This is a fun thing about Final Fantasy XII. Here's how it works. People post bills here on the notice board when they have a monster they need taken care of. Headhunters track people, right? Well, hunters track monsters. The monster you're hunting is called your mark. There are also marks are also terrible. Also people who like wrestling who have terrible opinions. Like me, I have terrible opinions and I like wrestling. So therefore, I'm a mark. Well, actually, no. I hate marks quite a lot. No, it's the smarks I hate. They're the ones that jerk off AEW too often. The bill I posted for the Rogue Tomato, the mark I've petitioned to have hunted. Yeah, that's the way here. Do you want to hear all the details? Yeah, that would help. Let's start with accepting hunts. You can't just take a look at the board, then go running off to hunt the mark. You'll miss out on the bounty. You got to talk to the person who posted the bill, the petitioner, first. Let him know you're going on the hunt. So take this Rogue Tomato bill, for example. I posted it, so I'm the petitioner. You have to come talk to me and me. Let's call that step done, okay? Simple enough. We've solved that issue immediately. Once your agreement's in place, the petitioner will tell you how to find the mark. Then you hunt it, report back, and claim the bounty. Oh, and I'll give you something to help keep track of your hunts, a clan primer. Use it to refresh your memory about hunts you've accepted. Hooray! The clan primer. We can do that. We can use that for examining stuff later. Go ahead and take this while you're at it. Just a little something to commemorate your first hunt. We get an Orachia armlet. Looks like you can't even equip that yet. Know why? You don't have the license for it. Think of licenses as mileposts, marking your progress as your combat skills improve. Swords, bows, black magics, white magics, none of it does you a lick of good until you have the license to use it. Same goes for that armlet. To Marge, how can I equip this great treasure you've bestowed on me, you ask? Easy. Learn by doing. Let's give it a try. Licenses have been added to the party menu. This is a leveling system outside of just leveling up. I say you're ready to hunt that mark for me. Oh, you'll be needing this to leave the sea. Just show it to the watch at the gate. And we get a writ of transit, so we're able to actually leave the place. The east gate's the one you'll want to head out. Once you've taken care of that mark for me, let me know. It won't go unrewarded. Rogue Tomato, the hunt begins! Tally ho, Vaughn! We've got to go to the desert. Try equipping the Orcian Armlet. We need equipments 1. Warning, once we choose a laser board, we won't be able to change it right away, so we need to choose wisely. Don't repeat this tutorial message. Basically, yeah, we don't have access to the place that will allow us to change our license once we've selected, so for the time being, we should pick one that we would be able to actively, you know, use. In order to use Raven's Armor's magics, you must first obtain the proper license. Learn the licenses that support your playstyle to create your own unique party. So far, here is our only party member at the moment. That can be on the board. You must choose a license board in order to obtain licenses. There are 12 boards, allowing you to develop a character with unique abilities. Once we can enter the clan hall, we can change the boards there. Yep. So we've got access, so we might as well start off with the one that we're already selected on to preview the license boards of, hooray, White Mage. Simple really, it's your standard white magic using, so yeah, use white magics. But we can take a look and be like, white magic 1, white magic 2, white magic 3, and so on and so forth, all the way up to, we skipped to 9 here. Obviously we don't have gambit slots yet. Green magic. So yeah, no, just white magic, green magic as well at some point. That's neat. A bunch of like increasing your magic potencies and stuff. Soul Eater, consume health to deal damage to a foe. That's a fun technique there. Deal damage increases with successive hits. That's what lies in hitting multiple times. Daggers 5 is here if we happen to be able to get a way to get there. Armor wise would be the mystic armors, so the light armor basically. White Magic 13's there for some reason. Accessories will go on for a long amount of numbers, just because they do. But accessory 1 is the one we'd be needing no matter which license board to go for with the Orca Armlet. And White Mage weapon-wise uses WADs primarily. WADs 1 is here, where you can equip a ward or a serpent ward. And then there's more WADs somewhere around here. Yeah, WADs 3, WADs 4. And so on and so forth if they do exist. Word of Faith even. And occasional women happen to be around as well. But yeah, basic white magic affair. Shikari! It uses daggers and first aid as a technique, which heals a critical ally. It requires them to be in a critical state for it to be able to be used, but Vaughn actually does start with a little bit in this one, as he does have access to Daggers 1 and Light Armor 1 by default, giving him access to that leather cap, leather clothing, and dagger that he starts with by default. For every character that is a party member in the game that has access to the license board, they'll already if they've got something equipped, it means they already have access to that specific license. You don't need to get it. You don't need to get it within the license boards if you pick one where it is applicable to. Some characters will even start with an amount of white or black magic or some other form of magic. They can use that regardless of class. Spoiler alert, there is a character that does actually start with access to Cure, so make sure you've picked it up so that they can actually use Cure. But regardless, first aid is here. Restore health to a thing. Really, there's not too much. That you do get access to shields and more light armors and more daggers as it goes on. There's things like focus to increase strength, shield blocks, help your shield actually do its job, a bunch of health and a bunch of physical stuff. I think there's even remedy law. Useful stuff. 1,000 needles is on this one. Deal 1,000 damage to a foe. Lovely stuff. Waller increases attack power when empty-handed. That's more suited for monk, but Bushi is a sword master who devotes themselves body and soul to their lords. They use katanas and have the technique Sight Unseen on their board as a key technique. Uses the mind's eye to strike. It is around here, I think, if I remember something correctly. Yeah, Sight Unseen. Unleash attack only available when blind. So you have to find a way to blind yourself. Make sure you're not immune to blind. Make sure you don't have on your gambits anyone using blind to get rid of blind, so that you can use a technique that's quite a distance away from anything and currently Farn can't even get to. So, not the best. It uses katanas, but does get action time reductions, which can be useful, and all that, health and whatnot. And since it is a katana, the Masamune is there, as long as you've got it. As long as you've actually obtained it, you can get this license and use it. There's Bloodsword there, apparently. It's so interesting to see so many things just not actually available if you were to, like, say, grind a big amount. And armor-wise, they use Mystic Armor for some reason. I don't know why. Black Mage! Take White Mage and make it about damaging. That tends to be the descriptor for Black Magic, so yeah, Black Magic 1, Black Magic 2, 3, 4, 5, and all that. Shebang uses Mystic Armor, accessories go this way, there are skills that help you get magic back, Steel is actually on here, which actually means we'll be able to get Poach. That's one thing about having licenses already, does mean that the areas next to said license would be available. So if we had, say, Black Magic 3, we would actually be able to access Mystic Armor 3, Black Magic 4, and Black Magic 2 without any issue, although really we wouldn't have Black Magic 3. Archer uses archery and has Poach, which has a key technique. So, light armor usage, bows, first aid, Libra, so, you know, health up here, charm, if you use friend with foe. Foe Breaker uses axes and hammers, and one of the techniques it has is Wither to reduce enemy attack power. So, you know, axes and hammers, it says. The first hammer you'll find is 9 hammer and axes and hammers 2, but axes and hammer 1s is just a hand axe. And it goes on with some shields and all that. And down here is hand bombs. Yay, my favourite axe and slash or hammer. Although to be fair, the Udapul Caber in Team Fortress 2 has proven that to be a fun thing. And it uses heavy armour, so it is a much more... It's much more able to do things up front. If it has some stuff that would be allowing it to have more health, that would be also useful. It does appear to be the case along down here. So, useful stuff. Time Battle Mage. It uses crossbows, but also time magic. Time magic. It has Reflect. It uses heavy armor alongside its time magic and crossbows, funnily enough. Weird, I don't know why it does this, but it does. And where the fuck are the crossbows? Crossbows 1 is here. You're gonna have to first do that, then get 25 LP, so you can actually fucking use this. Class's weapon of choice. I mean, flying enemies that are out of reach for your physical attackers, it means you'd be able to attack, but outside of that, I'm not too sure on that one. Monk utilizes the power of unarmed and poles to do their thing, and primarily, so yeah, poles and health is definitely needed because you'll be up front punching people in the face. But you do use light armor as a whole, so yeah, useful stuff. Phoenix Law. Phoenix down restores more health. That's useful. I'm assuming that just means in general kind of thing. Red spirals are about in here. I don't know what that does, but whatever. Knight is your standard sword wielding, heavy armor wielding. Has a bunch of health ups somewhere around here. That's like big amounts. Shields. Has ways to boost their attack and whatnot. Great swords as well with the armor blade, with great swords 3, and Ragnarok with great swords 4. So swords and great swords, useful stuff, I would argue. Red Battle Mage. This is the closest thing to Red Mage you'll get in this game, as it starts off with Arcane Magic 1, which is Dark and Darker. Time Magic 1 is also here, so if you don't want to do Time Battle Mage, you can always do Red Battle Mage for your Time Magic. Green Magic, White Magic 4 all of a sudden, Black Magic 3, White Magic 3, Time Magic 2, Green Magic 2, Black Magic, Time Arcane. So, you know, a whole bunch of various magics. Also can access heavy armor at some point. But it primarily uses maces and mystic armor. So, you know, and then all the accessories are this way and whatnot. And then there's a bunch of stuff for MP and health and whatnot over there. Simple stuff. Machinist is a gun-wielding one. We got a character that wields gun by default, but they do have a thing called measures. We'll have to actually find them to be able to use them, but that's a neat thing. And yeah, guns. Guns, and a bunch of other things. Hey, Giltos. And then lastly, Ulan. They have spears and they can revive people attacking their health, but they do start immediately with battle right next to them, alongside first aid, so that's neat. But yeah, spears and heavy armor. They do stuff up front then, by proxy. They get charm quite easily, they can get some other stuff. Eventually, Achilles is here. When the one foe vulnerable to an additional element, that could sound a bit RNG though, so... Zodiac Spear. There's with 5. Fully consume users' HP, reviving and fully restoring 1 HP of 1 KO ally. Ooh, pardon me. Sounds a bit finicky to use, really, because you, for the most part, you'll only be using 3 party members. So yeah, those are all the things. I don't know what to pick. Primarily just because at this point we're not having access to much. Like, we could go Shikari, and it's like, oh, we've already got daggers, so we can immediately get first aid. If panic button is required. Honestly, at the end of the day, all we're doing, no matter which one we pick, we're picking it for accessories 1. In then the hopes of wielding said class. Like, theoretically speaking, we could pick Monk and just punch things. For the time being, because we don't have access to any like spells or anything, Knight just works. I will consider my options once we've got access to the clan hall. For now, we're just going for excess ones. And if we happen to get our hands on a broadsword, maybe we'll grab swords 1. But I'm not going to be confident on whether or not we'll keep with Knight at this moment. Just out of proxy of it's more we just needed to pick a license board. There are shops we could probably go and take a gander at. There's the Technique shop. They're actually not, actually I'm not sure. Are they actually open for business yet? Some stores, even if you can go in, will be like, oh, sorry, you can't buy things right now. And it'll be like, oh, you can get. On to batons. We have a fine selection of techniques. I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. So here we can buy Libra. As you can see, 400 gold required. And you need the license to be able to build it. So it's why it's like, for this, at the moment, we haven't got the right stuff needed. It's a little bit annoying. But we can check for future reference what magic we can get, so that we're not going in completely like, hang on, wait, let's buy magic, so that we don't have to think, oh, I should have bought the magic. So Yugi's magics. In here we can find Blinder, Cure, Fire and Slow. So this is good to note where Cure is. We'll be buying that once we've got the money for it. We currently don't, so we will not. It's simple. I know I'm probably repeating myself repeatedly, but it happens. I'm just gonna turn on this and just... Oh yeah, there's protectives currently offered to us here at Paname's. Pretty much all the basic gear for any of the stuff. Some of which actually is light armor too, actually, for these two. Huh, neat. If we happen to get our hands on the shield thing, that would be useful just for extra defense, because at the moment we're just building a one-handed weapon. We could be doing something with that offhand, so you know. And currently, weapon-wise, and this is why it's probably best I pick just something that I'm just going to grab accessories 1 on, is the weapon store. If it doesn't have certain weapons, then, you know, it would be pointless going there. So, broadsword does exist here. So, you know, we could actually stick with Knight for the time being. We could also go for one with Katana, with the Kotetsu, spears with Javelin, poles with Oak and Pole, short bow, Altair, hand axe and dagger. So, these ones, if their license happens to be on any of the classes, we could maybe switch to and then be like, yeah, let's do that. Let's utilize the power of a Javelin by switching to the spear wielding class. But at the moment, no money. So, whereas something like a mace or a crossbow, we don't have access to that stuff yet, so we can't really do much about it. In the Southern Plaza, this is where we'd be able to... I'm heading the wrong way. I'm heading towards the word. We need to go to this gate so we can leave through.
You there, let's see some papers, boy. No public passage on account of the Lord Consul's parade.
Oh, gee, that's too bad.
We have
It just so happens that your provisioner for the fete tonight, he sent me to pick up a few choice morsels for the,
Fine, instead of just using his writ of transit, decides to...
I got the writ of transit right
Ah, there
here.
we go. Finally.
You see? Signed, Miguelo. I just hate to see the consul upset because his food wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man, and not one that... take offence in such trifling matters.
Sure.
Move along, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the consul waiting. Right. Gates are closed after this.
So the gate's open, thankfully, but you could just handle it and not need to do all that wittiness. Save crystal! I'll happily take it, because we've been rambling a whole bunch and playing the game a whole bunch. We haven't saved since we got into it. We are a muppet in terms of clan rank, but to be fair, we're doing the first one now, so... Out of the east gate lies the Ester Sand. Because it's the eastern part of the sand, you see. I know, Square Enix are geniuses, obviously. Ah, dinosaur! Right, for the record, don't attack the dinosaur. Do not attack it, you will die. You will get one-shotted at this point in the game. Thankfully, it's non-hostile. The wolves, however, are hostile, so we'll have to worry about that. We can also attack this cactite. These cactuses that happen to be asleep. Doing so is not the worst thing ever. Oh no, 5 damage, but we kill it, we get loot, and we get LP. License points, and not a trans reference, with Lapis Rosenberg. Getting called that by Nadia and Reverie. Anyway, just finding some of these things for now is a decent idea. Wolves are hostile, so they will attack if they happen to get close. There's one staring at me right now, I feel like. Might be worth killing one that might be a bit close to where the mark is, because the mark's just there, but, you know, it's just at this point. So it says wolf beat, because it is close enough. Man, using the alphabet already, are we? Ugh. There we go. But yeah, with license points being gotten, we'll be able to afford getting things on the board. It will take time though, everything at the moment drops to 1, so... Anyway, we've done it, we have found the rogue tomato! Let's stab it! Or slice it even. We'll make a salad out of it yet! It rammed us! No! And it's gonna keep ramming us, because that's the only thing it can do. And then we get cutscened! It just leaps off a cliff, because why the fuck not? And it lives, because it's a creature that can do that. We can't jump off the cliff. The game actively stops us from doing so. So that means we'll have to make our way down. Sadly, there are wolves in the way, so I have to actually fight them. Rogue Tomato there, just enjoying its time healing while I'm doing this. We level up. Oh, yeah, let's heal ourselves with a potion, because we want to not be dying horribly when we go fight the Rogue Tomato. That has already healed a decent amount. Oh yeah, we have a technique, we have steal. Let's see if we can steal from the Rogue Tomato. We stole a pebble! Yay! I stole a pebble! I stole a pebble! I am a child! Flame breath! Ah! My limbs are on fire! But we did it! We successfully murdered the thing! The Rogue Tomato has been vanquished! The hunt has been a success! Huzzah! And the such.
Galbana lilies?
Yeah, lovely flower. Although one should never get too distracted when in an area full of hostile mobs.
Never thought I'd see him growing out here.
Darn, that can's empty.
This'll make a nice souvenir. Time to call it a day.
Well, you're gonna have to be quick to make sure that they remain a souvenir, because you pulled them out of the ground, you idiot. But we retain a handful of Galbana lilies, and we're done with being in the desert, although I'll happily fight some more wolves while we're out here.
Yeah.
We can do this and tune up our amount of speed it will take for us to get through this stuff. which is useful because, you know, obviously fighting does take its time at times. Using the speed up button's more of a convenience than anything else. Now, one thing that they didn't change from the original is the fact that if you die, you go back to the menu screen. So, probably best for me to potion before we die to this wolf. There's also another reason why not to attack the dinosaur, because I do not want to go back to the title screen. Especially after we've done things. Stabby stab. Even try. Actually, no, we could try stealing first. So, okay, we can still, like, the standard things that they get. And then get enough stone twice over then. Hooray! We got 18 points. We could go into the license board right now, actually. Get broadswords 1. We don't have any other accessories. So, yeah, we can get swords 1 and be able to use broadswords. Hooray! It's not fun having pain on both sides of the chest. It's all in the diaphragm though. Anyways, making our way back. First of all, we're definitely using the save point just to make sure that we've, you know, saved the game after doing a thing. We've got 579 points now, apparently. Hooray! And it would appear that they're not letting us in. Oh, god damn it. They wouldn't let me through. Nothing to do now but wait until the ceremony is over. Oh, god damn it. Oh, hey, Kites is here. Kites, what are you doing here? Ah, Fawn. I guess I'm not the only one who got locked out of the city. I told Pinot about the mark you were going after, and I guess I got her worrying, so the two of us headed out here to find you. As soon as I stepped out, the gates closed. The guards closed. The gates closed. The guards, no, but the guards closed the gates, and things got crazy. I haven't been able to find her since. Ah, damn it.
Stand back there. Back! This gate's closed until the ceremony's over, do you hear?
Damn it, we're all locked out.
Now what?
Careful where you stand, Vaughn. It has Chocobo.
Open the gate! Alright, out the way.
Wait a second. How come you let these chocobos through the gate and not us?
What of it? This here's a pedigreed parader, boy.
Cost tens of thousands of gil, this one did.
A prettier price than 100 of you provincials would fetch.
Keep your distance. We don't want the chocobo sticking a peasant.
What'd you say?
Step aside.
Yeah, let's just keep riling up the Imperials, Fawn. That will definitely go well for you. Oh no, the flowers!
That does it.
That's it. The final straw.
Yes, cedar down stock, if I'm not mistaken. Change the soil, change the chocobo, am I right? Yes, different soil means different bouquet, too. Take a Dalmascan Barreau's wine, eh? It may lack the flavor and depth of some of your Arcadian wines, but it has a certain strength of character. It's not bad, really, once you get used to it.
At least Miguelo's in
Care for some size? There's more than
shoving.
enough for all to cool their throats, of course.
You let these carts through and the closest gate is ordered. My mail's choked with this sand.
Well, at least now everyone's able to get in. Which is a good
Give
thing.
me a scare like that.
I told you to get Kites back to me, and then you...
Now's our chance to go through.
The ceremony will be starting soon.
Hooray, a
I must
ceremony.
be hurrying.
Okay, well... Fawn, wait! What is it?
Fawn immediately starts running off again, as per usual. And now we get a bit of more of a full motion cutscene, so time to put the controller down. What a glorious amount of hair on that man. Fawn choosing to try and run alongside like a silly little boy.
We will have order. I give you your new consul, His Imperial Highness Lord Vane Solidor, Commandant of the Arcadian Empire's Western on... Your Excellency.
What is he doing? His first act is to stand on a higher platform.
People of Rabanastre, is it with hatred you look upon your consul? With hatred you look upon the Empire?
Well, he did kind of conquer the place. They have every right to be unhappy.
There was little point in asking. But know this, I harbor no idle hopes of frustrating that hatred. Nor shall I ask your fealty. That is the due of your fallen king, and rightly so. King Ramanas loved his people, strove to bring you peace. His was a rule worthy of your
Well, the county
devotion.
was not a bad king.
Even now, he remains among you, protecting you. His ardor for the peace and weal of Dalmasca falters not. I would ask only that you do your king honor. Together let us embrace the peace His Majesty would surely desire. 2 years now divide us from war's bitter end, yet still its shadow looms over all, stifling the infant peace a pall only you may cast off. Achieve but this one thing, and your hatred of me and of the Empire will grieve me not. I will stand fast.
You can tell that they
your
chose
hatred,
smartly
suffer
on
your
who
slings and
to
arrows.
lead
I
here.
will defend Dalmasca. Here I will pay my debt. I swear it now. Though King Ramanas and Lady Ash be gone, they stand ever at the side of their people. In honoring peace, you do honor to their memory and to Dalmasca. What I ask plain. My hopes now rest with you.
Then the people started clapping because he certainly spoke the right words to get them more on his side. Regardless of whether there are people who may not listen to these words and think, well, what bullshit is this? Because naturally there's going to be dissent. Sometimes you have to do a good old stomp, 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 stomp. And we move back to in-game
to your liking, my lord?
It is magnificent. Take this cathedral, for instance. Elegant, yet whimsical in its execution. A stunning example of Galtean architecture. I hope Lord Gramus might one day look upon it himself.
Go back to
The
farm and
patron of this
Canelo
evening's banquet, may it please your excellency.
for a brief second because Miguelo's doing his
I am
job.
Miguelo, your highness. It is truly a profound honor to make the acquaintance of our future emperor, highness. The people of Rabanastre join me in welcoming
That's
you.
enough of highness. Though indeed I am our emperor's son, I am no prince. Arcadia's emperor is freely chosen by her people. I am
Are we
but an
sure
elected
about
official and nothing more.
An emperor elected by people doesn't sound very emperor-y
Now
to
that
me.
I think on it, I would not have you address me as Lord Consul, for that matter.
No?
Henceforth, I am a citizen of Rabanastre. Why don't you call me Vane?
That makes things a lot more easier.
I could not. That would not be right.
You are overly fond of formalities. I've just a remedy for that. Tonight you will join me, and we shall drink until you call me by name.
Suddenly...
How can he stand about to him like that?
Fawn, you just do not get
Listen,
it, do you?
Fawn.
He's not doing it because he wants to.
Sometimes you have to bend the knee so you don't get your head lopped off immediately.
So, what would
No,
you
that
do different?
that happens later.
I don't
Instead.
Well, I'd do something.
Which would be, by any chance, totally not an Imperial waiting to cuff you for
Fawn.
dissent.
Vaughn, you haven't heard a single word I've said, have you?
I love black screens. Anyway,
This place has
cut
changed
to
so much.
further
It's
else
like it's
in
not even
Rabanastre.
Rabanastre anymore. Like the Empire is swallowing it whole.
Which is to be expected. If an empire has land, they'll want it to be representative of their empire, damn it. As much as we disagree with it.
That fate tonight. You think they'll let us in?
No.
Are you crazy? It's in the palace, and we don't have an invitation if you hadn't noticed.
So, how are we getting in?
As if I'd know.
You're not.
Why not ask Magello to get you in? Or
Yeah,
go
good
see
luck,
old
Mom.
Dallin in Lowtown? Why
That
the
sounds
sudden
like more of a
interest,
plan.
I told you. I'm going to take back what's ours. Give back to Dalmasca. Come on.
Truly a Robin Hood of our
if
time.
I find something, and it fetches a good price, how about I buy you all dinner?
Hooray! Food!
Oh, please. You know as well as I do the first thing you'd buy is an airship. All hail Vaughn,
Could
sky part
always
of
buy some
Dalmasca.
food
It's got
and
a nice
then
ring
an
to it.
airship.
Stay out of trouble.
Of course, naturally, Vaughn is now going to get himself into trouble because you've said no. Don't you go doing anything troublesome. And so Vaughn goes off to cause shenanigans. Meanwhile, some lizard people are talking, but we can now enter Lowtown, and we are now able to leave Rabanasta. So there's like the Wester Sand, Giza Plains, and the Easter Sands to go to, because the ceremony is now over, so there's no need to worry about that stuff. Pardon me. Anyways, there is a shop here that we haven't gone into. There's a good reason why we haven't gone into, because it's a Gambit shop, and we don't have access to Gambits yet. In the halls, Lowtown! Welcome to Lowtown. It's another area full of various people and various stuff. There is a fender there and a fender there, but again, we don't really have the money for it, so let's just navigate our way down to Old Dillon. Film. Not much is going on here. Old Dillon's place. We have made it. Was it Old Dalen?
Ah, if it isn't Von Ratsbane. Come for a tip on how to secure something bigger and in armor by the East Gate?
What? You already heard about that?
Wise I may not be, but well informed I am.
They'll get what's coming to them someday, believe me. But that's not why I'm here.
I mean, I've done the...
Do tell.
I want to know how to sneak into the palace. They've got to have some great stuff in there.
Terrible plan.
Thought I'd partake.
Not one to mince words, are you, boy? The Empire protects all that's hers, and that means the palace and all the treasures inside.
That's why I'm gonna do it. To take back what's ours.
So, our champion of the sewers aspires to noble action. Admirable. Perhaps I can help you. Ah, now that I think on it, there was a rumor. Yes, a secret passageway into the palace walls. A door and a magic stone that opens the way.
That's it. This is exactly why I came to talk to you first, Dallin. So, where's this, magic stone?
Oh, I've had it for years.
Oh, Dalen has it.
Haha. I've tucked it away.
That makes things a lot more easier. I've heard all I need, so this crescent stone. Can I have it? And then I can find that secret passage into the palace, right? Not much of a listener, are you? The crescent stone has lost its magics. Without the power of the sunstone, it will be of little use. Right. So where can I get one of these sunstones? You seek Giza Plains. Speak with the nomads there. You will find your sunstone. Leave by Southgate and continue south. The village is not far. There are like to be beasts on the plains, so be careful, my boy. You don't have to worry about me. I'll be right back before you know it. And so off we go. The Giza Plains we shall be. Let's see. Geezer planes hang right here, and I'm paddling out South Gate. This will be easy. Yeah, we could do that. Or we could head up through the north exit and head and in the hunt, because I forgot to go do that. Because that was also a thing we could do. Hey, let's head to the streets as well. The streets of Rabanasta. Let's see, that plopped us out there. Perfect. Let's go to the Sand Sea, because that's where Tamarge is. Now, where is he? There he is. Ah, Vaughn! Defeated that rogue tomato, did you? I was worried you might not be ready just yet. But you did a fine job of it. Here, your bounty for completing the hunt. Hooray, we get stuff. Specifically, 300 gil, 2 potions, and a teleport stone. If you're on the hunt like a real professional, well, you want a little something to help you along. Do you ever notice a bad guy standing watch in front of a building in the north end? It might be worth your time to pay him a visit. Show him the clan primer I gave you. He'll let you inside. As for what's there, you'll just have to go see for yourself. Alright, and if we check the notice board at this moment, there is a new mark of this Thrax Terror. Someone in Rabanasta actually wants this to be done. Seek brave souls for slaying off fearsome beastie. May future rests on your swift response. My name is Gatsley. Seek me in the Sandseed Tavern. So we'll go and talk to the guy. I'm not saying I'm going to be doing this right at this moment, but why, he's in the Sandseed itself. Oh, how lovely. He's right here. So my bill to hunt Thrax Terror. If you're looking for Gatsley, you found him. I own a shop over in the bazaar, but times have been tough, so I put in an order for some new goods, having to start some business. But everything I own as collateral against that shipment. Trouble is, this beastie in the Wester Sand's been tagging the caravans. As it happens, my goods are supposed to be arriving by way of the Wester Sand too. If this Thrax Terror was to attack, what of my goods? Please, you must kill Thrax Terror for me. Accept the hunt and I'll tell you where to find it. Yeah, sure. Now we're talking. He's in the region known as Galtier Downs. The caravan drivers said that they were set upon along the cliff wall to your left as you leave the city via the west gate. Depending on you, if our shop goes under, my wife and I will be turned out on the streets. Oh no! Well, we'd better go do that then. Note, I'm not doing that right now. Just picking it up first. Then we'll head over to the clan the clan place, which, if we want to get to, is by heading up north. And then I believe the quickest way is heading this way. We talk to this guy. Ah, you've got your primer, so you have. Well, what are you standing right out here for? In with ya. Can't quite recall your face. Are you new? Might want to pay special heed to what the folks inside have to say. Going in or not? Well, yes, let me in, damn it. We see two people having fighting going on, just punching each other in the face, or even a hill kick even, and of course, Moogle. Moogle certainly have a look to them in this game. Cooper. Heading straight to the guy. This is Montblanc. Cooper Poe, yours is a new face. Are you a hunter? Welcome to our clan hall. I'm Montblanc, founder of Clan Centurio. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cooper. Our clan has a very strict entrance examination. We should begin yours at once. And you pass! Moogles are quick to make up their minds, Cooper. We're now a member of Clan Centurio. Here in the clan hall, you'll find about especially... Oh, no, you'll hear about especially dangerous marks you won't find posted on any board the moment they wear their ugly heads. Well, I'll get on with finding necessary clan membership certificates. I'll be finished in no time flat, Kubo. Kubo, I nearly forgot. Now that you're a member, you can make purchases from the clan shop in the Move Through Bazaar. Be sure to stop by, Kubo. One more thing. Magics and techniques you learn on the license board come in will handy on a hunt, Kubo. If, say, you're thinking you'd like to make some adjustments to someone's board, well, Kubo, I'm the Moogle you need to come see. Happy hunting! So yes, at this point, we might be like, you know what, Knight is neat and all, but we really don't like it enough. We want to change to, like, Time Battle Mage or something. We can talk to Montblanc here. He has something for us, some return rank, so we've got some potions. And we can now go here. I want to change the license board, fun. And we'll lose all the licenses we had on the board at the time, but we'll get all the LP back in the process, so yeah, we can now do this. Great zodiac spin! There you go, your board's been wiped clean. Kubo. Fill up a new one with all the licenses you can afford and get hunting. So the idea behind this is that it allows you to freely change up the license boards to any of the ones that would be, so it's that would be more useful. So say you're taking on an enemy that's flying and your physical attacks can't reach it because it stays way up in the sky, you'd want to change your parties to archers and time battle mages and mechanist, or even using spells with like red battle mage or black mage to be able to actually hit the thing. If it's something that has if it has a big weakness to, say, dark, then going and putting someone into red battle mage would be useful. Something that is only able to be hit by physical attacks, you change everyone out from mage classes and put them into physical classes like knight and monk and whatnot. So yeah, this is neat. It's cool, and because we actually have a couple more points, we can actually be like, oh, maybe I want to go into a different one and immediately grab a thing. But no, we don't really have much, so this is a neat little thing we can do. So if I feel like maybe actually I want to go monk, I can if I want to, which is useful. For now though we'll go back into night. This was more just to showcase that this is a thing we can do. But it does also mean that we've now unequipped everything like a moron in the process, so we'll have to re-equip everything. I need to go back to my licenses. So yeah. Obviously, license points is something that we'll have to grind in order to actually be able to do more with them. We don't have the broadsword yet, but we do have the Orcune armor to equip. So yeah, that's just a neat little thing. So it does mean that if you end up making a mistake and you're like, oh no, this character is not suited for this license board whatsoever, you can change it. Or if you need to change it because a mob is being a pain in the ass. And what they mean by bazaar actually is down this way. Or at least a place that you can sell, you can buy things. Actually does now exist. Heading over to this guy. He's a clan provisioner. Heard the boss gave you the okay, but it's not that simple, lad. We've got strict rules you gotta abide by here. Things like can sell you depend on the clan rank, and you wanna crack at the good stuff? Best way to rank. I doubt you'll be disappointed. Didn't mean to talk your ear off. Go on and take a look at what we have for your rank, of course. So to begin with, we can get Decoy for 2,000 gold. It causes one ally to be target of all foes. So it's a nice little way to maybe switch the targeting away from your squishy white mages and more to your decked out, full of armor and tons of health knight at a moment's notice. It's dependent on actually having access to someone with green magic, but that's just how things work while we're here. Gone into the east end. I actually want to head over here. I want to buy, if I've got the money. Oh, I want to go up here. I want to buy Cure because it's good to have for any white magic users. Let's buy Cure. Shame that white magic's one seems to only really be on white mage, because it just means I'm not really going to be having access to it for fun, but oh well. Let's go to the weapons store, see if I can buy the broadsword. Because then I'll just stick to knight for the time being, until we've got access to more weapons. 390, damn it. We do actually have some of these things we can sell. Like this Pebble stole from the thingy. Now we're not selling the teleport stone, we actually do want to keep them. Selling some of this stuff actually just gives us access to bizarre stuff, which is like this, a potion pack. You can buy 2 potions. Anyways, let's buy a broadsword. And we want to equip it. It is now type power 14 versus 14. So it's actually the same, we're just now building a different weapon. Huh. I should pay more attention, shouldn't I? Oh wells. So we got the Mark in the Wester Sound we could take on, or we can carry on the main story. You know, let's carry on the main story because we're still just using Farn, and we need more party members. So Giza Plains is to the south. It's always nice to go into more locations. here is an orangey save crystal. It's a Rabanasta crystal, specifically. We now have a teleport feature, so we can teleport to Rabanasta from here with a teleport stone. Obviously, we're not using that. Actually, I do want to save. I'm just being redundant. Look at the chocobos! Oh, so cute. And there's a Moogle here. You're no stranger to yellow birds just behind me, I'm sure. Yes, my friend, I speak of the chocobos, Kupo. These noble birds make for excellent steeds, fleet of foot and steady of limb, arduous journeys fly by the top of chocobo, Kupo. Only 500 gil should you wish to hire one. We do not have the money for that. Perhaps another day, Kupo. Yep, perhaps. When we actually got money to spare, maybe buying chocobos and using them for travelling purposes makes sense. Pardon me. Welcome to Giza Plains. Now our enemies. Huzzah. Hyenas now we face. Woo, we got 2 hits in. Oh, but anyone hit that time? Nah, that sucks. And we got launched out. But we do find things, like there's treasures that we can pick up, which is neat, so potion. We're gonna get to the Nomad camp, ideally, which is to the south. And while we're making our way there, we will murder hyenas, because their pelts will sell for money and we get LP, which... license points are actually universal. So every single license point we get for Varn here will carry on over to all the other party members, so we'll have like more points for them when we get access to them. Anyways, welcome to this place. First things first, there is a nomad here that does sell a bunch of the weapons that we can get in Rabanasta, as well as the armor and a bangle if we want Libra on equip. Ammunition for various classes that would use them. The Libra technique and whole hooray! In case we, I don't know, get black magic. More importantly though, we need to figure out who we need to talk to. You? Come and see the dark crystals. Not everyone takes well to the heat of the Giza Plains. Ah, so it's a sunstone you seek. You come to the right place. They can only be made here in Giza. They're quite valuable, though, so we can't go handing them out to just anyone who happens to wander through our camp. You see, we make and sell some stones to earn the money we need to survive. Still, perhaps we can come to some arrangement. What do you hear my offer? Yeah, sure. Making some stones is a chore we give to the children of our camp. They roam the plains, travelling from dark crystal to dark crystal, drawing the light from the crystals into shade stones. One of these children, Jin, has not yet returned. He left carrying our supply of shade stones. Find Jin for me and tell him to come back to the camp. You may take one of the stones he's made in return. Some children said they might have seen him to the south of the camp. You may want to speak with them before leaving. Please find Jin and tell him to return at once. Yeah, okay, right. So we've got a plan and we get cutscenes because, I recognise that blonde hair anyway. It's Pinello.
Pinello? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same.
Oh, they're coinky dink.
The answer's pretty clear. No good.
What?
Now, Pinello.
Is that right? So then you wouldn't mind if I, say, tagged along, would you?
Huh?
Oh, don't worry. Miguelo's busy with preparations for the fete up at the palace. Why, I'm free for the whole day.
Way.
Well, let's get going.
Pinello has joined our party. Finally, we have more than one person in our party at a time. So, you know, that's neat. We can go in here and see that she starts at level 2 with 30 LP because we haven't done anything with her on the license board yet. So now we have Pinello, and I've made sure to have Cure because I'm going to make her a white mage. This is just so I have access to someone who can cure in the event I need it. Primarily, actually we should probably, she actually does start with White Magic 1, so it's not a bad choice. And there's a Mystic Armor one if you have the armor for it, but, you know. So, yeah, We can increase the potency of it, but I'm not sure on that one as a whole. Wads is here, but we can't buy wads here. We have to go elsewhere for that. And I actually do know where to go to get wads. Just, you guys might need the money. So we'll get it for now, and we'll see to it once we're capable of doing so. Right, anyway, there's a cartographer guild person here. Travelling Moogle, trying to escape by. I should be here while the Dry holds Kubo, but the monsters during the rains are too scary. Dry should last a while longer, but take care during the rains, Kubo. Those big lightning balls don't mess around. Would you like to buy a map, Kupo? So we can spend 30 gil and get ourselves a map. Moogle's honour with this map. We now have a map of Giza Plains, which means our location map for the area is complete, which means we can now look at it and go, yep, this is the Giza Plains, alright. There's also ways to Rabanasta and other areas dotted around, as we need to head south specifically to get to the guy, to the kid that we need to go to. So, you know, it's nice that we've gotten ourselves where we are. Right, which way do I want to head? Let's head this way. Hey, fine, let me give you these before we go. There are all sorts of monsters out there, so you can never be too careful. We get some potions and some Phoenix Downs. So far you've been travelling by yourself, but now that I'm here, we can travel as a party. You can give commands to allies in your party, just like you've been doing so yourself up to now. I'll make my own decisions about what to do too, but you can also give me specific commands and I'll take care of those first, got it? Yep, due to the fact we don't actually have gambits yet, but we can change our party leader and issue party commands. Oh, one more thing, if you don't want me to fight on my own, you can always turn my gambits off. If my gambits turned off, I won't do anything until you give the word. You should really think about using gambits for yourself, you know. They make managing a battle a lot easier. And now gambits have been added to the battle menu, but not into the main menu, so we can't actually do anything with that, and the game will tutorialize us that later. Well, ready to go? Well, the game may be ready to go, but I ain't, Well, wasn't Jin supposed to be somewhere to the south of the village? We work our way around, we should find him. Well, we're going back into the village. I'm going to save again so we don't have to do a cutscene at a later time. Boys just suddenly go on a surge, you're just not wanting to want to do anything. Yes, so we'll save here, and next time we'll collect the Sunstone and go and infiltrate a palace. What could possibly go wrong doing that?